do you feel like there's a need for more platforms to focus on the creator instead of the algorithm?
Of course, the creator creates these platforms exist because of the creators, not because of the algorithm. The algorithm
Exactly.
will be always there, isn't it?
I really love what you said there. Apps should be created for the creator. Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Dunback Meadow Podcast, the show where creators come to reclaim the value of their work. I am your host, Lauren Wixom, and today's episode is brought to you by Dunback Meadow, the platform where artists, musicians, designers, and AI creators can upload their work, set their own terms, and turn their work into income. Now, let's go ahead and introduce our guest for today's episode. She is a self-taught artist and designer that has been featured in 13 exhibitions, including the Biennial of Design. She has 2 online shops for fashion and home products with her own hand-painted designs, where all products are made to order. She also sells her art as NFTs. Please welcome to the show, Antonia Rasheva. Hello, Antonia. How are you doing today?
I am fine. Hello, nice to hear you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's really nice to have you on and get to talk about your art. So, why don't we kick things off with just telling us a little bit about you and what got you into the artistic world?
Okay. So, I started to paint since 1998. And it is an inspiration. Everything that comes from inside, I paint it. And I see the drawing in my mind, and then I choose the appropriate materials and everything in order to create it.
Very nice. And where are you based at? Where are you at right now?
Sofia, Bulgaria, based.
I thought it was cool. So, just so the audience knows, like I always kind of like to meet with whoever I'm going to interview for the podcast and kind of get to know them a little bit and their story. And Antonia was actually telling me about this pizza place that she ended up going to last night. And I thought it was a unique and interesting idea. Antonia, do you want to share with everyone where you went?
Yeah, it is a very nice place. Pizza cutting with scissors. It is homemade. The person is making the pizza himself. The pizza, it is made in front of, not exactly in front of you. You wait 5-10 minutes and the pizza is done. And it is served on a wooden plate with scissors under it, which can be seen in my post on LinkedIn.
A restaurant where you cut pizza with scissors. Now that's interesting.
It is something new that the person has created himself that didn't exist before because he doesn't like to cut the wooden board with knife. He doesn't like the feeling the effect that the knife got less sharp, and that's why he created this thing with scissors. It is very unique.
Okay.
Everyone is welcome to come here and try it himself.
That's
Very
so
nice. So
fun.
we'll go tonight again.
Oh, you're going tonight again? Well, let's move on to the next question. So you paint.
Yeah.
So what type of painting style, I guess, would you say you are?
It is abstract painting.
Abstract?
Yes.
I love that. And like, are there any themes or emotions you find yourself returning to with your work? Are there certain colors that you're drawn to? Are there like certain shapes, or do you just kind of paint from the heart?
It comes from the heart. I see things before I paint like a movie. It comes like an inspiration. Of course, I use shapes. Sometimes they are stylized, sometimes they are geometric, but still abstract. I mean, no sculpture, no landscape. Very rarely I have maybe 1 or 2 landscapes, and they are not They are more like stylized. When I try to paint or draw humans, it is like UFO.
Oh
With
no. So I guess like walk us through your process. Like how do you come up with what you are going to paint?
Well, as I said, it is an inspiration. Sometimes I get things from everything that surrounds me. It's just, for example, I am in the mountain, I see a nice landscape, and I am inspired to paint, but not the landscape I see, but the way I perceive it as emotions, like feelings, like smell, or anything, and I see it in a different way sometimes.
I love that.
If I paint or draw the landscape that I saw.
Very cool. It's kind of like Vincent van Gogh, right? Like, didn't he paint? There's a painting called *The Starry Night*. Everyone knows it, whether they know the name of it or not. They've seen the painting in one way or another. And I believe that painting was the scenery that he saw from. I think he was in like an asylum, but that's like what he saw from his room. And within that painting, you can see and you can feel the inner turmoil that he felt. Like he could see the beauty in the world, but also there's like a sadness in his paintings. So
Yes.
I definitely feel you there when it comes to like painting, like the emotions, the feelings that you feel based on what you're seeing from that mountain. You just put it on canvas. So I think that's amazing. So you paint abstract. So are there like any specific types of like what type of paints do you use? Do you use acrylic? Play with a whole bunch of different types of paints?
Mostly acrylic because it is most durable. Before, when I started early stage, I tried gouache, which is mixture between temper and acrylic.
Oh,
But
nice.
now I use acrylic, dry oil pastels, everything except watercolor and oil colors. Everything except those two. I
Very cool.
use I use even paper for applications, wire, artistic wire, the feathers. I had budgies for 11 years, and when they changed their feather, I used it. I use marker pens and everything else. I use the phosphorescent and fluorescent colors.
That's really cool. And like I don't even know personally the types, like different types of paints out there besides watercolor and acrylic. So that's really cool.
I use sometimes also pencils, watercolor pencils, normal pencils, also charcoal. They are
Charcoal's nice.
different colors. Also pencils like for graphic that are different hardness,
Hmm.
B, H, and so on. HB, the most popular,
So
semi-hard, and so on.
I thought I heard you say watercolor pencil. Did I misunderstand?
Yes, because the pencil you put it in water and
And it works the same way?
yes, it is just the color is not so transparent. It is more rich.
I see. Okay, that's cool. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna have to look into that 'cause I love all things watercolor. Watercolor is something that I would love to, like, it's a skill I'd like to learn to do, like, just for a hobby, just for fun. I've never heard of watercolor pencil, so I'm gonna have to look into that
You
and
can see
see.
in artistic shop. Maybe you have never visited artistic shop for the artistic materials.
Definitely. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we have a Michaels over here, but whenever I go, I'm not looking at paints. So I'll definitely have to go and explore the paint aisle a little bit more and familiarize myself with all the different types of paints.
With natural materials inside. Holland is one of the world famous brands that they don't import any Bulgaria, and they even used X for their colors. Like in the past,
Wow.
famous artists, like Rembrandt and
Yeah.
others, used X minerals and so on to create colors. And also, when
Very
you
nice.
look back in archaeology, you will find the same.
This podcast is brought to you by Dunback Meadow, the platform built for creators who want real value from their work. Whether you make music, art, 3D models, videos, or AI agents, Dunback Meadow lets you upload your work, set your terms, and earn fairly when others use it. Create your free account today at dunbackmeadow.com and start earning from what you create. Now, on with the show. So, next question. Have you ever posted your art online and felt like it didn't reflect the true value of your work?
Yes, I did, of course, when I trying to be well, not popular, but to sell my art, of course I did. It doesn't reflect this what you are trying to reach to as audiences and to gain and experience. Sometimes you have the feeling that you're not seen, not valued.
Yeah, no, I feel that. So I'm not an artist. I do draw for fun, but I definitely do not have the skill and the training that you do by any means. But from a musician standpoint, I am a musician. Like I'll post music, and of course, I do my art. I sing my songs for me. But whenever you create something, you want to share it with the world, right? And share that joy or whatever emotion that you were feeling at the time whenever you were painting that. You want to share it with the world. And it sucks because social media has just become such a cesspool of, what do they call it, like AI slop. You don't even have to be a creative anymore to have an AI paint for you. And here you are, an artist that is truly skilled. You're trying to post your work and get it sold or get it recognized, and nobody's seeing that. So I guess that leads to my next question, which is, do you feel like there's a need for more platforms to focus on the creator instead of the algorithm?
Of course, the creator creates these platforms exist because of the creators, not because of the algorithm. The algorithm
Exactly.
will be always there, isn't it?
I really love what you said there. Apps should be created for the creator. And that's one thing that I really feel like Dunback Meadow does a good job on is George, the creator. Like he created this platform for people like us. So we make money off of our art, and it's not the other way around. But what I love is that like you can license it and you can make as much as you want. Like that art that you made and that you put on the platform, that piece of art just keeps making money because you're licensing it. So I think that's a really cool concept. And I really feel like that could just change the whole creator's economy, and the fact that they create something once and they keep just making royalties off of it, which is great. That leads me to my final question for today, and that is, if your art suddenly paid for something big, a trip, gear, rent, what would you choose?
Well, I would at this stage I would choose all of them because I need to pay a lot of stuff and I didn't take a proper rest. And the gear will be art materials.
I just wanted to share with everybody that is viewing this podcast that Antonia is a user on the Dunback Meadow platform, and she does have her art available to be purchased or licensed on our platform. So we will leave a link in the caption and in the description so you can go and check it out and support our local Dunback Meadow artist. Is there any advice that you could give to our viewers that maybe want to get into the artistic world, like maybe trying to make money in the artistic world, or maybe just are having a hard time starting, or they don't know where to start? Like, what advice would you give?
Well, the first, of course, the most important is don't give up. Whatever happens, don't give up. Just keep trying one way or another to keep looking for connections, for inspiration, for everything that drives you up and forward to succeed this what you want. I am still in a very difficult situation. People are against me. They don't believe in what I do, but I do believe, and I am sure that I will succeed.
No, definitely. You just keep going and keep trucking. And I love your art. I saw what you uploaded on the platform, and I was like, actually, that's really nice. Like, I'd love to have that hanging up on my wall. I encourage everyone to just hop on, create a free account. It's free, and check out Antonia's work. It's amazing. I will link all her socials and everything so that you can see the art that she has created. It truly is amazing. And Antonia, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you
And
too.
it was a pleasure speaking with you and learning a little bit more about
Thank
you.
you. And I am open for new podcasts with you. So stay tuned.
Of course. Yes. We'll have to invite you back and just, catch up, have a little reunion episode. But yeah, thanks for listening to the Dunback Meadow podcast. If today's conversation inspired you, start your own creative journey with us at dunbackmeadow.com, where your work is valued, protected, and yours to control, and where your creations work for you. And see you all in the next episode.